Welcome back to another episode of Kooby Builds. You know what, guys? No intro, no games. I'm rolling the world tour right now. Get ready, sit back. No games, no jokes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And there you have it. Hopefully you guys liked it. You know, I'm trying to stick to a close time budget here with these episodes. Try to keep it under 20 minutes, or around 20 minutes, I should say. And you know, I had to make some changes to make it fit. So, you know, maybe slow the video down, or you know, pause it a bunch. But you know, you'll make it work. On a more serious topic, we have upgraded the server to 1.21.5. And I know a lot of you guys have probably already seen the update already. You know, it adds the warm chickens, the cold chickens, you know, the different variants for the animals, the cows, the pigs. We have the leaf textures. We have the leaf litter, which I think there's some over here. Yep. We have the tall and short grass for the desert. And it's all pretty cool. I like it. Very, very nice. But there's one thing I don't like, and that is the gold farm doesn't work anymore. Womp, womp, womp. It had a good 8-year run, you know. That's when I first found out about the farm. I've built it maybe 3-4 times across different worlds. You know, it was time for it to get patched out. It's totally fair, you know. They come along, Mojang will patch it, and then the farm creators will come up with an even crazier farm. It's the natural cycle. Yeah, it's time to update this thing. Thankfully, we don't have to change the platform at all. All we have to do is change the killing chamber. As you can see here, it currently works off of some minecarts down there, and they'll go in and get entity crammed to death. And now what we have to do is make it so that the player actually gets the kills. So I found a design where it uses chest boats. And basically the pigmen flood in, they get into chest boats, and then the player's standing probably like right here, looking up, attacking. Obviously you'll need a sword. I use an axe most of the time, so that will kind of suck. I think I'll have one just stored somewhere here. But you'll use a sword, swing at the armor stand, and you'll be able to hit like 4 of the boats at the same time. And yeah, it should be pretty good. We did it. I got her all set up. Oh man. Kind of. I need to set up the storage, obviously. I think what I will do is maybe we could just get rid of this glass. You see how it all accumulates in these 4 little piles here? If I just get rid of the glass and just have it shoot all the way down there, we might be able to just keep the same storage room. That would be ideal. Let me show you how this works quick. Basically, you have the fences here. So you have the turtle egg that kind of initially draws them in. So like whoever's new, obviously they're not going to be aggroed. And then they get into the boats. There's like 4 chambers here. You just basically swing the armor stand, and you end up killing the guys, and then, you know, actually, that's a little strange. Why is that guy not getting in? And then the other thing that's interesting about this, once they're in the boat boat chest, they don't count towards the mob cap. So I don't know, it's a pretty ingenious creation. I'll post the video of the kill chamber. Oh gosh. Oh, and we're getting pigment heads too. Oh man. But yeah, so basically all there's left to do is I just got to clean up the storage room here, and this is all set. This is sweet. This is a pretty easy fix, not gonna lie. The hardest part was the boats. I don't know if you saw, but I did mess one up, and I messed a couple up. Had to fix them. But yeah, this is a pretty cool solution. And it allows us to kind of keep the main farm without having to go build a new one. I don't know. I may end up building a new one anyway in the future, like a pure gold one. Depends how crazy I want to get with these farms. But, you know, I'm glad with just being able to do a slight fix to get the XP farm back working. So, let's move on to the next thing. Now that our adventure in the Nether is over, I have brought you guys back to the Minigames district. And today we're going to be working on the pathing. I've already laid out a temporary, let me pull up a map here, temporary layout here using just regular path blocks. And we're going to actually go in and add, you know, some official paths. Try to test out a couple block palettes, see what we're liking, and try and find something more permanent here. And this brings me to another 1.21.5 change, because they recently made it so that lodestone is much easier to craft. And I kind of found a nice little combo when you're going for like a concrete kind of path. I found a nice little combo with the smooth stone and the lodestone. It just adds like a little bit of a texture. I don't know. I kind of like it. So we're going to be working around that. Thankfully, it's a lot cheaper. I don't have to get a bunch of netherite. And we're just going to be working on some stuff. So let me get a little busy. I'll put the music back on. Oh, I hear it already. And yeah, let's see what I do here. Let's get to work. Well, how do you guys like the paths? You have to let me know in the... Oh, okay. It caused a little pile up. There we go. I was enjoying this new carousel that Holland put together. Yeah, let me know how you guys think about these paths here. Obviously, I'm not completely done with them, but this is a good start. And, you know, I'm leaving the bridges and stuff open as well, because I don't want to be fully in charge for everything here. Like, if someone's got a really cool idea for a bridge, you know, I welcome it. I'd love to see some takes on some bridges, and there's quite a few opportunities. Oops, wrong button. There's quite a few opportunities, right? We got like 1, 2, 3, 4 bridges. So, you know, there'll be lots of opportunities. Maybe I'll build one. Maybe somebody else will build another. You know, we'll get them built over time. So we're actually going to be sticking around in this area. for pretty much the whole episode, I guess, because I actually want to make a minigame today. And it's not going to be anything too crazy, but it's something I whipped up in creative, and I think it's kind of fun. So let's get started. All right, as I'm kind of building this, I kind of wanted to give a little bit of a rundown on how it's supposed to work. Basically, there's 3 rows of pots here, and each row is worth a different point value. So this first row is only 1 point. Then if you get the second row, it's 2 points, and the third row is 3 points. And that will kind of be shown on the scoreboard here with the max of 9 points, which is our grand prize. And in addition to that, you'll be given 3 different types of ammo, one of each, basically. And this is kind of meant to throw the player off a little bit because they all kind of have different aiming styles. So like, say I start with the crossbow and fire, I miss, so that's 0 points. But then I throw a snowball and it's different, it's a different trajectory. So I have to kind of account for that. And then I have the breeze, which is also different, pretty similar to the crossbow, but different enough. So that's basically how the game will work there. Pretty simple. I just have to hook up the redstone here. I'm kind of figuring out how I want to like hide it here. But that'll be fun. I don't exactly know what blocks I'm going to use either. I mean, we have a lot of gray in here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So maybe I'll do something other than gray, so we don't just have a gray part of the city. We have gray floor too, so maybe I'll add a little bit of color. I'm thinking something close to the pots here. Maybe I'll use some granite. Maybe I'll use some terracotta, something like that. But yeah, let me get started on this redstone here. So actually, I have the redstone pretty much wrapped up now. Like I said, it's pretty simple, but let me show you here. So first, you want to clear your score here. This will be the reset lever here. Make sure that's on before the game starts, and then flip it off to clear your score. And then basically, I got the redstone set up. So we got 1 point, 2 points, and 3 points. And how it works is we have a pulse from whenever any of these pots break, get then relayed into here, which sends a signal all the way down to here, which gets relayed again back up into here, triggering this dropper, sending blocks into the crafter. And then I have a comparator reading the crafter and sending that signal upwards. Pretty simple, pretty simple. And then here I have the lever. I don't know. It probably could have been done better, but I kind of came up with this myself. So, if it's bad, if it's not super efficient, it is what it is. I guess to go into more detail. So I got like a note block here. This is how you can just like completely just relay a signal. It won't add anything. But if you do want to add another pulse, you add a redstone lamp. So this one, it triggers once when it goes on, and then it also triggers when it goes off. So that's how I get 2 pulses. And then here, what I do is triggers once, on and off. And then it does the same thing here. So maybe this would be better if it was a note block. I just realized that. This was a note block. Let's try that out. See, I'm doing redstone right in the episode. Let's try that out. Let's see if that works. Oh, because sometimes it would activate for 4 when there's like some server lag, or when I had the timings messed up. And I guess I just never realized that. Yeah, it's triggering. See, going over it with you guys and explaining it simple makes it understand it for me. In creative, I just kind of go boom, 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 just like kind of trial and error until it works sometimes. So it's kind of good to actually go over what it's doing. And yeah, okay. Anyway, that's basically how it works. I'm going to get to decorating here, and then I'm going to see if Holland wants to give it the first playthrough. So yeah.
So I don't see any signs. What's the instruction here?
Yeah. Here, let me. I still got some finishing touches, but okay. So basically, the objective is to like shoot the pots, right?
Yeah.
And there's 3 rows. So like the first row, I'll just give you a little here. You want to flip that lever for me? So that means the game's on. You got to flip that to start it. And then whenever you break one of the first rows, you get 1 point like that. See? And then if you break second row, you get 2
points.
Third
Nice.
row,
Wow.
you get 3. Here you want to flip it off. And then that's how you reset it there. So yeah, so then basically what I'm going to do for ammo is you get one of each of these. So you get crossbow, you get a wind charge, and you get a snowball. And you get 3 shots basically to try and get it. And then I'm thinking you start here. I don't know. I might change up the rules, but I was thinking you start there and you try to get as many points as you can. And they all got kind of different like aiming styles to kind of make it difficult.
I think. Oh no, blew it on that one. All right,
okay, there you
got
go.
the 1 point, and I'm gonna try and. Oh nope.
Oh. That one's like yeah. See, it's like a little different, a little weird. Here, I'll give you another. Here's another arrow. And then yeah, I'll go ahead and reset it here. And it's nice because when you break it, you get 4 bricks back, so you can actually like.
I was thinking the same thing with
you don't lose anything.
Pot shot over there.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, wind charge.
Oh, you need a wind charge? There you go. I think I'll just have a dispenser like shoot it out when you come in or something.
Flip the switch and it gives them to you.
Oh yeah, that would be good too, yeah.
So nervous.
The snowball's the hardest one.
Oof. Shame.
1 point. All right, let's see what I can do. I've been playing it quite a bit on in creative mode.
What's drop? I thought it was
Q.
Q.
I got another one, but yeah. I got a couple of them in here. But all right, let's see. I'll start with the snowball. That's the hardest one, I think. Oh, that's a whiff. I went for a risky play. Okay, there we go. There's 3. And then you can like move. I don't know if I explained it, but you can move.
No.
Like,
see, and with the wind charge, I thought it was like, the idea would be to, kind of clear the way and use the wind charge to hit 2 or 3 at a time. But I don't know if that's possible.
No, I think it only does 1. Yeah, that was something I thought would be kind of cool if you could like hit 2 at once.
I was doing that with the rockets over at the other one, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you have to install multiple cores in each rocket, and then it does more explosive damage." But in my testing, it never broke more than 1 pot, so I don't understand.
Oh, like in the rocket in the crossbow?
Rocket in the crossbow, yeah.
Do you have any of those rockets? Let's see.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Because you have to kind of make them in a special way. But you knew about multiple cores. Yeah, I don't know. I have issues with it too. For a little while, I was getting experimental with like what I was doing with my weapons, and so I went around with like a bunch of rockets and a crossbow, and that was like my bow for like a month. Nice. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to have like a fireworks show at nighttime in here. I don't know.
As I built just a stack of fireworks, I said, "This is a lot of work."
Yeah. Also, there's some guys watching us, so don't just be cool. Be cool.
Oh, illagers?
Yeah, they just spawned in over there.
I really enjoy. They spawn in all over. They spawn in here near the archery games, but they also have been spawning in near my farm over there, and it's really annoying.
Yeah. Well, what was the worst was when now it drops a potion when you kill them, but before, like, you kill the main guy and you just get the effect. Oh, you made a creeper face. I just I didn't even see you build the second one. What the heck? Man, I didn't even realize that until just now.
Yeah, I actually got kind
That's
of upset
cool.
because first balloon is actually a little bit smaller, and I didn't realize I didn't have the room to build the creeper face, and I was tearing it apart, and I was like, this is going to take forever to build a second balloon, or to rebuild this balloon. So I just finished that balloon off, and then I just built a second one.
Yeah, that looks really cool. Wow. What do you have to do? You have to load it in a certain way. There we go.
Yeah, you're offhand there.
Yeah, that seemed like it only did one. Let me fire.
I thank you so much for that beacon. It sped everything up so much.
And now Dream's taking my beacons. No, I told them I gotta start a beacon shop. Everyone's using my beacons.
I'm nervous to even summon a wither.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it, and then I was just like, I don't want to die. I don't want to lose my stuff. I also don't want to bring a fucking wither into the world and not be able to deal with it.
The camel sucks. I hate the camel.
Yeah, the camels are the problem.
Sorry, buddy.
And their hitboxes are all too big, so you have to murder the horse or the camel to get them out of the minecart.
Oh, no. Do you know about this? If you lead them, you can take them out.
Oh, yeah, but now get him back on.
Get them back on. Then you just...
Oh, I suppose.
It's got to be on a track, too. That's the other thing. It's got to be like... Minecarts are so particular. I wonder how the other guys are doing. That guy's good now.
Oh, not great.
Actually, they're mostly good. That guy's good. That guy's good. Okay.
But I'm excited. It's all coming together.
Yeah, should be fun.
But yeah, I was in desperate need of a mental health relief project, and this was my first one, and that turned out to be a total failure. So I was like, nope, now I need another one, and I just a couple of balloons is real nice.
That is nice.
I'll maybe build one or two on the ground, and a couple more up in the air.
And there you have it. That was nice getting to chat with him. I don't get to do that all too often. So that was nice. Got him to play the new game. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think, huh? I think it'll be fun. I guess it was a little more challenging than I thought, but that was the first ever playthrough of it. So, you know, I guess that's kind of what I want. I want it to be pretty difficult, and then you figure out more as you play. So maybe that's a good thing. But I'll be kind of doing some more testing and tweaking and seeing how it goes. But yeah. And as for the backside here, I actually really like how this turned out. I think this looks kind of cool. The variation here. The one thing I would maybe change is the front here. I don't know how I like just the regular granite there. I don't know. I think it's okay down here, but I don't know. I don't like this kind of blending boom to boom. So I might do some tweaking there, but overall I'm pretty proud of it. I just have to add a couple signs here. I added one to tell you about the lever, but I want to add like he said, a dispenser to like shoot out your ammo, or a dropper, which could be cool. Otherwise, I'll have like a chest and some more signs telling people how to play. But yeah, this is looking pretty complete. And that means this episode is complete. So I want to thank everyone for joining me once again. And I am really I'm just appreciating making these videos. I look forward to getting out the next one for you. I'll be honest, I got like zero plans. I don't know. I need to actually sit down and craft some things that I want to work on again. I do have some longer term plans, so maybe we'll get started on one of those. A little bit of a sneak peek. I thought of a plan for this backside of my house here. So that could be kind of fun. Something that would go on the back here and finish this side. So maybe we'll get into that. I'm not sure, but thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to give this episode a like and subscribe. And I will see you next month.